When your brand is known for giving back, not just showing up, but giving back, it creates a ripple effect and people begin to remember you and they refer you and then they trust you because they know that you're not just about the bottom line, but that you actually have a community mindset, a mindset of wanting to give back.
To transform your business into a brand that truly shines, well, you're in the right place. My name is Sommer and I am thrilled to have you here. With over 25 years of experience from leading communications teams to building my business from scratch, I've seen it all. Setbacks, success, and everything in between. And guess what? I'm here to spill the beans on what it truly takes to build and sustain a brilliant brand. So whether you're just starting out or looking to revamp your existing brand, you'll find golden nuggets of wisdom right here. We'll dive deep into strategies, mindset shifts, and nitty-gritty details that make brands extraordinary. Stick around because Brilliant Brands Academy is where we believe that every entrepreneur has the potential to create something truly exceptional. And together, we'll turn that potential into reality. So hit the subscribe button and let's get started on this exciting journey to brand brilliance.
Hey friends, welcome back to Brilliant Brands Academy podcast, where we build bold, smart, and magnetic brands that don't just sell, but they serve. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's a foundation to really having a thriving brand. But often this very topic that I want to discuss is something that is overlooked in value in this world that we call public relations. And that is community engagement. Because let's be real, building a strong brand is not only about visibility, but it is about engagement and connection. Somehow we get this when it comes to social media, but we need to understand that this is also true when it comes to the physical community around us, the community that is around our businesses that we love to live, work, and play in. Okay. So whether you're in school, whether you're a nonprofit, a startup, or even if you're a Fortune 500 company, your success is totally rooted in the strength of your community ties. So today I'm going to share 4 powerful ways to increase engagement with your community. These are simple, these are actionable, and these are very intentional. And yes, I'll also share some behind the scenes examples of how my team and I walk this out actually every day. So let's jump right on in. Number 1. Become a partner in education. One of the most impactful ways to get involved is by partnering with your local schools. These partnerships can include mentorship programs. They can include sponsoring school supplies, offering career talks, or even collaborating on special projects that connect classroom learning with real-world experiences. So when I worked in the local school district where I was over the entire public relations and communications department, here in a metro Atlanta school district, I was in charge of being a liaison between the partners in education and the school district. The school district-wide partners in education are the ones that I worked with. So no matter what, a business that comes in and shares a desire to give back to the schools is one that is showing that they have a sense of benevolence. And that benevolence doesn't even have to be something really hard to do. Some stroke a check. I'm going to be honest. Some come to a school board meeting and hold up a big check and donate it to the schools or the school district. But then others may do something simple like sponsoring breakfast during Teacher Appreciation Week, Or I've even seen a real estate office locally offer a certain level of discount. Well, not a discount. They offered a percentage of their commission as the realtor on record for a home purchase. They actually gave it back to the teachers as an incentive. So what is it? I think the realtors get 6% commission if they have the total deal. Of course, if there's other realtors involved, you got to share that. But in this particular case, this partner in education was offering like 1% of the commission so that a homeowner would walk away from their closing with a check. And this was specifically for teachers in the school district. Another thing is a local car district in our community donates a car every year to the district-wide teacher of the year. Now, they don't get to keep the car, I'll be honest. They actually get to use the car for a year, the car of their choice. They actually go on the lot and they pick out the car that they want to drive for a year. Now, if that teacher goes on to be the teacher of the year nationwide, they get to keep the car. So you see where I'm going with this. There's so many different ways in which you can be a partner in education. This is more than good PR. This is actually good citizenship. We should all be looking for opportunities to give back in some kind of way anyway. But when you give back to the schools, think about it. It's more than investing in students, which obviously you're doing that. You're investing in students and their education and their experiences at school, but you're also investing in your future workforce, and you're building a stronger, more educated community that will have benefits down the line, because as the cliche says, the children are the future, or Whitney Houston's song, I believe the children are the future. Yeah, they're the future. So why not give back to them? According to the National Education Association, schools that engage community partners see up to 20% increase in student achievement and in engagement. So this means so much, not just for you to be able to give back to your community in this way, but it actually does make a difference in the students' lives. So if you're a business owner, think about what knowledge, what resources, the time, anything that you could offer your local school or your local school district. A small effort on your part can make a humongous difference. All right. Number 2, sponsor a local event. So this is like a one-time commitment. Whether it's a 5K fundraiser, an art walk, or a prayer breakfast, local events are the heartbeat of any community. And sponsoring one shows that you're not just doing business here, but that you actually care about the culture and the causes that matter. For example, my company, Pocket PR and Brilliant Brands Academy, is a continuing sponsor for the Atlanta Christian Business Men's Connection Prayer Breakfast. That's an annual event that brings together leaders, it brings together entrepreneurs and change makers in the city. This past year, the breakfast actually touted about 800 individuals that were in attendance early in the morning for this wonderful time together to network and also to pray for our nation. So that's something that's important to me because that's part of my belief system and I have a strong faith. So it made sense that I would volunteer to be a partner in this particular event by sponsoring it. Now, the benefit of sponsoring, I would say, is that usually with different sponsorship levels, you do receive some sort of recognition at the event, which could include maybe your logo on the step and repeat banner. It could be your logo in the program, acknowledgement in the program. And then depending on the level, sometimes those top level donations, you actually get to go onto the stage and address the crowd on behalf of your company. And then I've even seen companies being allowed to play a promo video during the actual event. So it's a win-win. All right, now let's move right along to number 3. And that is to volunteer to serve on a nonprofit board. This is another deeply valuable way to connect your community and to serve by being on a board of one of the nonprofits in your community, or even being on an advisory council. It's one of the best way to build those authentic relationships with fellow leaders who are also on the board. And you also directly influence causes that you actually care about. So there is a commitment here. If you are on the board or you're an advisor to a nonprofit, then there will be certain amount of times during the year that you would meet as a board, and your sole responsibility is to listen to the strategic plans of that nonprofit, and to provide some sense of advice and guidance as they are doing the work of the nonprofit. You're also there to foster connections where you can bring other leaders a sense of awareness to that nonprofit's cause. So you become essentially an advocate for that nonprofit. I've personally volunteered my services to local nonprofits constantly, always looking for ways to do that. As a business, I just want to encourage you that it's important that you find ways to give or to find nonprofits that you can donate your time and your services to. You can join their committees, etc. Personally, I have been a part of the county collaborative. I have also participated in the Chamber Leadership Academy for the local Chamber of Commerce, where I got to see the ins and out of the governance of the county, as well as seeing how different things are working in the county, working with politicians, and also finding out what's next, what's happening, just being in the know of what's going on county-wide, so that I can have a perspective on where my community is going. But then also I can ask questions and give my input to the cause as well. I've also served on education committees for the Chamber of Commerce. I've served on the marketing committee for Chamber of Commerce. I've helped with other businesses in their grand openings in these roles, and just been a part of it in a way where I've embedded my company into the organization so that I have a presence there. It's one of those things where leaders really kind of rally around ourselves together so that we can find solutions to push the ball forward for our local community and also for the chamber at large. I mean, it's beneficial when business leaders and business owners come together and collaborate on a common goal. Plus, board services gives you a sense of visibility in spaces where decisions are being made, and it also offers insight that can shape how your business shows up in the world. So that's the benefit on your side of being a part of something like that. There's always a win-win where you're giving, but you're definitely receiving, because how many of you know sometimes it's all about who you know and not just what you know. When you meet new people in your community, those people can actually open doors for you, and opportunities just become almost endless. Now, let's get into number 4, and that is to host your own community initiative. Yes. Be the one to start something. Start something on your own with your company. If there's a gap in your community, don't wait for someone else to fill it. host a back to school drive, launch a mentorship program, create a neighborhood cleanup day, adopt a road. You don't need $1 million budget. You just need intention. Here's the data. A 2023 Cone Communication study found that 76% of Americans say they have more positive view of companies that actually lead with purpose, especially when that purpose is community driven. So if you think of something that's needed in your community, then call someone, let them know you want to do it. You don't have to wait for someone to come up with the idea and to jump on it. Jump on it yourself. When your brand is known for giving back, not just showing up, but giving back, it creates a ripple effect and people begin to remember you and they refer you. And then they trust you because they know that you're not just about the bottom line, but that you actually have a community mindset, a mindset of wanting to give back. And I believe in the old saying that seed time and harvest remains. Whatever seeds you sow, so I consider anything you do to give back to the community as a seed. And whatever seeds you sow, you will reap a harvest from sowing that seed. Whatever you give will come back to you. As business owners, we have to look for ways to be a conduit, to be a vessel, to be an agent for change and impact in our community. If you want to build a brilliant brand, start local. Serve first, partner smart, and lead with your heart. Now, don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with someone in your circle who's ready to grow their impact. And if you've done one of these 4 things, go ahead and DM me. In fact, I'll leave my contact information in the show notes. So DM me and let me know how that was so that I can even share it with our audience. I love to shout you out. So until next time, keep building boldly and let's make a difference in our communities. Take care.